You aren't born in a palace, you're born in the hustle. That's the first thing you need to understand. While other kids played in the Lagos streets, you were in Chicago, mastering the only language that actually matters, the language of the ledger. You weren't just an accountant for a fuel company, you were an architect of systems. By the time you're 30, your name is already appearing in files. Files the authorities aren't supposed to talk about. $460,000 vanishes into a settlement. A drop in the ocean. For a man who knows that in this world, you don't fight the system. You buy it. You learn the most important lesson of your life. Wealth is the fuel, but structure is the engine. You return home, not as a man, as a force. You take the most chaotic city in Africa, and you turn it into your private laboratory. Every bus driver, every market woman, every local thug, they become threads in a web that only you can pull. They call you the Jagaban. They look at you with this strange combination, absolute loyalty and contained dread. You aren't just the governor, you are the landlord of Lagos. At 60, you realize something. Being the king isn't enough. You want to be the kingmaker. You sit in the shadows and decide who gets the throne. You build an army of godsons across the country. They owe you everything, and you never let them forget it. You master the balance, respect and fear. If they respect you, they serve. If they fear you, they stay silent. Your education wasn't from books. It was from the crashing reality of Nigerian politics. You learn that loyalty has a high price, and betrayal has a lethal cost to one's career. You don't just control politicians. You control the story. You build a real estate empire. Brick by brick, you own the ground beneath their feet. You're the CEO of a multinational corporation. The corporation is called Power. Your competitors don't sue you. They're neutralized. The accountant in you knows the numbers. You've spent 30 years laundering your reputation, turning shadows into statesmanship. That's the real magic. You spend nights alone in your mansion on Bourdillon, wondering if you can finally step out of the shadows. The answer is obvious. Emilo Khan. It's my turn. The ballot box vibrates with possibility. The private jet waits to carry you to the throne. Everything you've built comes down to this moment. You finally reach the peak. The presidency. But the cost is etched into every wrinkle of your face. Investigations, scandals, whispers. You've survived them all. You have everything. The keys to the nation, the military, the treasury, everything except genuine peace. You're the boss's boss. You were born in the hustle, and you've arrived at the palace. You're feared and respected, but never truly known. Every day you rule is another day in a sentence you wrote for yourself 30 years ago. This is your immovable truth. You are the prisoner of your own ambition.